Hello friends, I hope all are doing well. Today I chosen the topic for my lecture is ASEAN. First of all, I would like to tell you this topic is very important and very interesting for all of us. I will cover this topic in three-part: introduction, main body and conclusion. So let's just start without delay. Introduction. What is ASEAN? ASEAN stands for Association of Southeast Asian Nation. It's an international organization. Total there has 10 country member, and it's a focused on the maintain peace, security, focused on the economy and boost their GDP, solve the problem and conflict through the bilateral talk. Let's move toward the main body. In the main body, we must be focused on the why this organization required to launch. I here mention in the year of 1963, that time Malaysia country independent, and before 1963 there were a British government ruled. British government rule started on the 1842 1963. In that era, British government ruled on the Malaysia. Malaysia and Indonesia both country has a part of the Asian continent, but in the year of 1963, that time Malaysia country independent from British, and at that time British also ruled on the Brunei Island. That means Brunei Island there has a three country. Brunei country sure it's a 1% terrain. There on Indonesia country sure it's a 65% terrain, and balanced terrain sure by the Malaysia country. That means Brunei it's a big island. It's a third most biggest island in the world. There has a three country comprising and then make an island. So the northern part of the Brunei there has ruled by the British government before 1963. When independent the Malaysia at that time British government give those part to the Malaysia. Let's see the history of the Indonesia. Indonesia country has controlled by the Dutch from 16th century to the 1942. At 1942 that time Japan country has a biggest powerful country on the world, and Japan country fight with the Dutch and took a control on the Indonesia. Japan country sent their soldier on the Brunei Island in the year of 1942. They fight with the Dutch, and finally Japan country took a control on the all Indonesia. Dutch left those all area. Thereon in the year of 1942 to 1945, those era Japan fully controlled on the Indonesia. When Japan country defeated in the World War II by the Allies group, that time Japan left the Indonesia country terrain. That means Japan country is a part of Axis power. I want to here mention in the World War II there has two group. First Axis group and second Allies group. So Allies group victory and Axis group they lost the war. There is a country Germany, Italy and Japan. Those country has in the Axis group, and Allies group there has a many country UK, France, India, USA, China, thereon Russia. Those countries has part of the Allies group, and Allies group, Allies power take a victory on the Axis group in the year of 1945. That time Japan left the whole control of the Indonesia. And what happened in the finally? Finally, when Japan left that time in the year of 1945, USA made a broken between the Japan and Indonesia and to take independence to the Indonesia. Indonesia independent earlier in the year of 1945. Thereon Indonesia have the terrain instead of Malaysia, instead of Britain controlled. So that reason Britain colonial in the year of 1963 that time give those part to the Malaysia, because legally Britain government has a control on Sabah and Sarawak. Sarawak and Sabah both are the state of Malaysia. That means those are northern part of the Brunei Island, and that part controlled by the Britain. And in the year of 1963, obviously, which part controlled by the Britain government? Those given to the Malaysia, because Malaysia has the fully controlled. So when Malaysia independent that time, Indonesia, Sabah president, governor Sabah is the leader of the Indonesia in the year of 1963. and he started the war with the Malaysia. He didn't agree with the Malaysia. Why? Because he felt Brunei all island. It's a controlled. It's a needed to controlled by the Indonesia because it's a share the border. Malaysia not share border with the Indonesia physically, but when independent in the 1963 that time, Indonesia terrain had controlled by the British. So that reason those part given to them. And finally, what happened? Finally, 1963 to 1967, those era, Indonesia and Malaysia create a Cold War. They fight each other. Indonesia sent their soldier in the Brunei and try to control that part, but the result over there result very badly because the bread price in the year of 1963 has 100 rupees and in the January, and let's see the bread price in the December as the same year 750 rupees. That means 650 percentage increasing the price due to the war. Whenever happened the war between the both country, it is not easy fight the war. We have the patriotism about our country and we support to the soldier sitting in our home. Not physically we stand there, but we support only. Yes, I have the patriotism. Definitely we need to fight with them, defeat with them. But what happened? Increasing 650 percentage price, and the result over there. Finally, they taken decision in the year of 1966. We needed to stop the conflict. We needed to stop the war with the Malaysia because increasing the poverty, decrease the job, and reduce the GDP per capita income, increasing the extremist rebel group in the Indonesia. Finally, Indonesia take a decision needed to stop the war, and in the year of 1966, he tried to solve out that problem through the agreement, and finally, in the year of 1967, signed the declaration with the Malaysia, and it's called Bangkok Declaration 1967. In the year of 1966 to 1967, they signed the declaration. It's called Bangkok Declaration, and under Bangkok Declaration, established Asian organization. But at that time there has 5 countries because they share their border with each other. So both countries, other countries have the fear. Malaysia will be fight with them because Malaysia country share their border with the south side has the Singapore country, north side there has the Thailand. So Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia and Philippines. Philippines toward the north side, but Philippines have the fear about the China. So that reason they also part of the Bangkok Declaration. And finally 5 countries gathered, and those countries signed an agreement, and it's called Declaration Bangkok. And Bangkok Declaration promote to the Asian organization. They started the organization in the year of 1963. It's called Association of Southeast Asian Nation. So those are the history behind that. And according by the Bangkok Declaration, which points are most important in there? 5 points were important. First point, whenever create the conflict between the any countries, must be solved those problem through the bilateral talk. Second, must be give respect to the every country's people, citizen, and give respect to the border. Because in the year of 1963 to till year, those countries not fight each other. That means agreement it's a very important part to our life, to the country life. Third point, they focused on the cultural. That means the Thailand culture share with the Malaysia, Malaysia culture share with the Singapore. They focused on the cultural things. Next point, is war. They focused on the trade, boost their trade, economy. That means whenever they're doing a trade each other, both countries share approximately 2 billion trade each other. That means whenever they create a trade, it's reduce the poverty, it's a boost to our GDP. And last one, they focus on the all sector, education sector, IT sector, trade sector, infrastructure, technology, AI, artificial intelligence. Presently, Asian organization showing the 3 trillion US dollar GDP of the all world. And that means it's the most important part of the organization. Let's see the countries of the Asian organization. There has total 10 countries. Let's see one by one. First to start from the north side. First, 5 founder member of Asian organization. Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore. There is three countries which share each other border. Next, Indonesia and Philippines. Philippines are toward the north side of the Indonesia. Those are five countries of the founder of Asian organization. Let's see one by one. Remind five countries when joined Asian organization. Brunei is the first country which joined in the year of 1984 with the Asian organization. Then when Brunei joined with the Asian organization, then second country decided, it's called the Vietnam. Vietnam country felt we needed to join with the Asian organization because there has the South China Sea and China tried dominant on the South China Sea. It is the counterpart of the Asian organization against the South China Sea. So that reason in the year of 1995, Vietnam country joined with the Asian organization. They're on the Laos and Myanmar. Why? Because China has the communist government and tried to China establish the port and taken land in the every countries which share it their border with the coastline. So that reason Laos and Myanmar country, they have the fear about the China. They have the fear about the any conflict will be happened. So in the year of 1997, both countries joined with the Asian organization. They're on Cambodia country. Have the conflict with the Thailand because Cambodia and Thailand there has the border issue, and those border issue from the last 100 year after independence there has the conflict between that point, and there has the two temple, it's called Premiar temple and the two Mouse Thos temple. Those temples have between the both countries, so that reason Cambodia country has the fear we needed to join with that organization. If joined with that organization, Asian organization, so there on we will be safe because they have the think not will be create a World War III, because any organization whenever meet each other the countries join the countries, it's a become a group and that group will be fight in the future. So that reason Cambodia think, and in the year of 1999 Cambodia country joined with the Asian organization. And last country Timor Leste country, it's a country joined with the Asian organization in the year of 2025. I want to share one fact. Total United Nations recognized 193 countries, but on ground 195 countries were there. And those two country, first country in 194, it's called Vatican City. And Vatican City, it's a show. It's told to all world we are independent, and that country has in the Iraq, and that country told to all world yes we are the independent. But United Nations not given independence and recognized to that country. Second, Palestine country also both are part West Bank and Gaza Strip. That country show yes we are the independent, but United Nations not given recognition to them. And 193 country recognized by the United Nations, it's called Timor Leste. That country to the south side of the Indonesia, it's also part of the Asian continent. So that reason total there has 10 country, I already told you those are the part of the Asian organization. So I hope you are understand all information deeply. Let's move toward the conclusion. As my personal opinion, that organization very helpful for India because India needed to maintain the relationship with our home, and Asian continent is our home. We needed to must focused on the Southeast Asian continent. Why? Because I want to here mention one policy, East India policy. That means East Loop policy and East India policy. That policy give to boost our relationship with them. East Loop policy, that policy started by the P.V. Narasimha Rao, who is the Prime Minister of India. They are on Narendra Modi changed, and it's called East India policy in the year of 2014 when he took charge of the central government. And presently that policy very well playing crucial role because foreign direct investment also boost the manufacturing in India, make in India. Also this is policy very best. So I hope you are understand fully because India approximately 200 billion US dollar trade with the Asian countries, and approximately 30% doing a trade with the Southeast Asian countries. Let's see one by one. India doing a trade with the Indonesia approximately 30 billion US dollar, Thailand 10 billion US dollar, as well as Malaysia there has 8 billion US dollar, Singapore 2 billion US dollar, Philippines 5 billion US dollar, That means our trade must be important toward there. Let's see the gateway of the Asian organization. For the India, Myanmar is the gateway of the Asian organization for the India. So that reason we build a trilateral highway. That means India connect with the Myanmar and Myanmar to Thailand. Means our northeast terrain. Manipur to direct connect to through the Myanmar and contact with the Thailand. That highway doing there. So that reason also Thailand, Myanmar, Laos, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, Brunei, Timor Leste. Those are 10 countries of the member of Asian organization. So we are doing a trade through that road, and that road will be completed in the year of 2026. So it's very helpful to us. So thank you so much, friends, who are listening and watching this video. I hope you are understand easily, and its information very helpful for your upcoming examination. Thank you so much.